Eleanor of England, or Eleanor Plantaganet, was Queen of Castile and Toledo as wife of Alfonso VIII of Castile. She was the sixth child and second daughter of Henry II, King of England, and Eleanor of Aquitaine. Early life and family. Eleanor was born in the castle at Domfront, Normandy on 13 October 1162, as the second daughter of Henry II, King of England, and his wife Eleanor, Duchess of Aquitaine, and was baptized by Henry of Marcy. Her half-siblings were Marie and Alex of France, and her full siblings were Henry the Young, Duchess Matilda, King Richard, Duke Geoffrey, Queen Joan and King John. Queenship. In 1174, when she was 12 years old, Eleanor married King Alfonso VIII of Castile in Burgos. The couple had been betrothed in 1170, but due to the bride's youth as well as the uproar in Europe regarding her father's suspected involvement in the murder of Archbishop Thomas Becket, the wedding was delayed. Her parents' purpose in arranging the marriage was to secure Aquitaine's Pyrenean border, while Alfonso was seeking an ally in his struggles with his uncle, Sancho VI of Navarre. In 1177, this led to Henry overseeing arbitration of the border dispute. Around the year 1200, Alfonso began to claim that the Duchy of Gascony was part of Eleanor's dowry, but there is no documented foundation for that claim. It is highly unlikely that Henry II would have parted with so significant a portion of his domains. At most, Gascony may have been pledged as security for the full payment of his daughter's dowry. Her husband went so far on this claim as to invade Gascony in her name in 1205. In 1206, her brother John, King of England, granted her safe passage to visit him, perhaps to try opening peace negotiations. In 1208, Alfonso yielded on the claim. Decades later, the great-grandson Alfonso X of Castile would claim the duchy on the grounds that her dowry had never been fully paid. Of all Eleanor of Aquitaine's daughters, her namesake was the only one who was enabled by political circumstances to wield the kind of influence her mother had exercised. In her own marriage treaty, and in the first marriage treaty for her daughter Berengaria, Eleanor was given direct control of many lands, towns, and castles throughout the kingdom. She was almost as powerful as Alfonso, who specified in his will in 1204 that she was to rule alongside the son in the event of his death, including taking responsibility for paying his debts and executing his will. It was she who persuaded him to marry their daughter Berengaria to Alfonso IX of Leon. Troubadours and sages were regularly present in Alfonso VIII's court due to Eleanor's patronage. Eleanor took particular interest in supporting religious institutions. In 1179, she took responsibility to support and maintain a shrine to Saint Thomas Becket in the Cathedral of Toledo. She also created and supported the Abbey of Santa Maria la Real de las Huelgas, which served as a refuge and tomb for her family for generations, and its affiliated hospital. When Alfonso died, Eleanor was reportedly so devastated with grief that she was unable to preside over the burial. Their eldest daughter Berengaria instead performed these honors. Eleanor then took sick and died only 28 days after her husband, and was buried at Abbey of Santa Maria la Real de las Huelgas. Children. Later depictions. Eleanor was praised for her beauty and regal nature by the poet Ramon Vidal de Biselu after her death. Her great-grandson Alfonso X referred to her as noble and much loved. Eleanor was played by Ida Norton in the silent film The Duchess of Toledo. Ancestors.